finding the error in this program, initially there are two things that can be easily identified. One is we are printing percentage d, that means it should be an integer. It is the format specifier of integer. So only for integers we'll be using percentage d. If it is a string, we'll be using percentage s. If it is a character, percentage c, and it goes on like that. So when we are using percentage d, that means the variable which you are going to print is an integer. But the data type of we are printing v here, but the data type of v is void here. So those two are mismatches. And when you see void means, we already know void means nothing. Void is a return type. It is not a data type. It cannot be considered as a data type. It is a return type. It is used in functions and pointers to return the values. In functions, we use it to return the values. We say functions are of type void. That means it is not the data type of function. It is a return type of the function. And in pointers also, there are void pointers which we use. So for variables, you cannot define or initialize a variable as void type. Why? Because one thing is that it will not allocate any memory. Void means as it is nothing, it is not going to allocate any memory for this particular variable. So it is one thing which we cannot do in initializing or declaring variable. One more thing regarding void variables is that you cannot assign any value to it. Here we have given equal to 0. This means actually the memory allocation itself is not happening. Then you cannot assign a value also. So these are the errors which we see in this. So first of all, this statement can be correct because printf, we are printing an integer variable. If you give, instead of void, if you give int here, it will print 0. But instead of that, if you give void data type for the variable, it is a wrong statement. And because void cannot be given as a data type for any variables. It is used as a return type in functions and pointers only. So that is the main thing. That is the error in this program. Now we'll try to run this code. So it shows error here. What the error is that in fourth line, variable we declared void. So it is not going further in any further statements. So that is the error which we have here. So instead of that, if we give int here, it will print. So it has printed 0.